I declare the congregation open. I'm Andy Schofield, Vice-Chancellor, and to members of the university, guests, but especially all of you at the front here graduating today, it gives me enormous pleasure to be able to welcome you all here this afternoon in person on what is a very special occasion. We are thrilled to be able to have this celebration, and it does feel particularly special to mark your achievements given what we've all faced during the pandemic. It has been an incredibly difficult time to be a student, and being a student can be hard enough. But we're aware that you've had to overcome the unprecedented challenges of the pandemic and beyond to complete your own degree. Your graduation today is therefore a testament to your own resilience, your determination, and of course, it comes with the support of tutors, lecturers, professional service staff, your families, your friends, all of whom I know will be feeling justifiably proud of you today. We are here this afternoon celebrating the achievements of our students from Lonsdale College, and I'm sure that your college has played an important part during your time here. Colleges are so important in providing support, a sense of community, a social life, and also helping to form those lifelong friendships. Of course, they're also good at creating well-natured intercollegiate rivalry, competition, and I'm sure some other stories too. As you receive your degree today, I offer you our most sincere congratulations. And we're delighted too to welcome our honorary degree recipient, Jürgen Meyer, about whom we will hear more later. Very pleased to welcome you to today's ceremony. Now, degree ceremonies, as you will have picked up already, are quite formal occasions, but they are events to be enjoyed, and we want you to enjoy them. So let me encourage you to applaud our graduates enthusiastically. You may even be tempted to whoop at times, feel free to give in to that temptation. All I would ask is that you do so at the appropriate times during the ceremony. It's a day of celebration, and I'm sure that for a number of you in the room, it'll be a day that extends well into the night too. Enjoy it. And enjoy it because there are no easy degrees at Lancaster. Every single one has been earned through commitment, through dedication and sheer hard work. And we're celebrating the fact that each of you has proven that you have not just the intelligence, but also the resilience to rise to a challenge and to overcome it. Graduation ceremonies recognise the significant commitment that you've given to your studies and your chosen field. In a moment, you will graduate by walking across the stage. That walk towards me is symbolic of the hard work that you have put in. So savour the moment. While the temptation may be to rush, take it slowly, enjoy it, own the moment, you've earned it. There may also be a photo taken of you as well. As you go beyond across the stage, it's also symbolic too, symbolic of the new future and new opportunities that await you. Because a graduation ceremony is the end of one era, but the beginning of another one, as you become alumni of Lancaster University. And in doing so, you are joining a community of thousands of Lancaster graduates before you, who've come from virtually every country in the world. And that community will form a network which we hope will provide you with support, with advice and friendships throughout your lives. So do stay in touch with us so we can keep you in touch with that network. Our students and graduates are amongst our finest ambassadors. Our hope is that wherever your future takes you, you will continue to represent your alma mater by becoming engaged in your local communities, helping us build our reputation as a world-leading institution, while you are changing the world for the better. And as you're doing that, we will be working hard to keep up our end of the bargain, securing the enduring value of the qualification that you are receiving today. Now, depending on your league table of choice, you will find us ranked in the top dozen or so of more than 130 universities in the UK. And Lancaster is rising too in the international league tables, currently standing at 122nd out of more than 1,000 universities in the Times Higher World Rankings. And it is, of course, our ambition to be amongst the top 100 in the world as a university. Now, recently, we've also seen the results of the Research Excellence Framework published. This is an independent assessment of research quality and impact and sees Lancaster placed 21st out of 157 universities in the Times Higher table. And this means we're above 8 Russell Group institutions. It's an excellence that is revealed right across the disciplinary mix and enables us to bring our research communities together to deliver the answers to complex multidisciplinary problems. So Lancaster's strengths lie in its research, in its teaching, in its engagement, and in the investment we place in the student experience, all of which come together to reflect our distinctive university community. Lancaster is and will remain a university that is open to the world. We have a network of overseas campuses. They're in China, in Germany, in Ghana, and in Malaysia, in addition to our many regional partnerships. These campuses form a key part of our global community, with 1/3 of our undergraduate students studying overseas and supported with a strong mobility programme, equipping our graduates to become truly global citizens. At present, right now as I speak, there are over 8,000 students studying for a Lancaster degree outside the United Kingdom. Here in Lancaster, we are particularly proud of the fact that we welcome students from more than 180 countries worldwide, and our staff too come from all 4 corners of the globe. It's a rich diversity that provides our campus with enormous benefits educationally, but it is also preparing our students for life in an increasingly global and connected society. In the end, though, success, in whatever form it takes, is inherently about people. So, behind every successful individual that we will celebrate in a moment will be a team of family, friends, partners, and colleagues, people who've worked together to help you achieve your dreams and your aspirations. So, while this is a special day for you, and rightly so, do please take the time as you graduate and celebrate your graduation to recognise the contributions that others have made in your success. I'm sure it's their support and encouragement which has made the real difference at vital moments over the past few years. It is wonderful that so many of your friends and family can be with us here today. So, today you are joining a special community. Like over 150,000 others before you, you are about to become alumni of this great university. Ours is a university community that expresses the very best of today's world. High achievers, great thinkers, top leaders, people who are making a difference in communities both local and global, in industry and in charity, in private companies and in the public services. You have all come here from different backgrounds and will, I am sure, end up living and working in very different locations. But in the end, you are bound together as a community by a single common history, your time spent here at Lancaster. So when you leave, you will take something of Lancaster with you. Memories, of course, the friendships that you've made, the tutors, the lecturers, that experience of being taught here, the knowledge that you've gained, what you've learned from your studies. But above all, what I hope that you will take away from Lancaster is what you have learned about yourselves, that if you persevere, it pays off, that if you follow your dreams, you can achieve great things. Congratulations once again. I wish you all the very best for your future, whatever path you choose to take. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of Lonsdale College who are worthy to receive first degrees of the university. For the degree of Master of Chemistry, Hannah Louise Lynn. Daniel Sebastian Olsen. Matthew Pomford. Megan Rose Watson. For the degree of Master of Engineering, Joshua Allen Dean. Hugh Edward Jones. Kitumetsu Nidagloview. Joseph Michael Weddell. For the degree of Master of Physics, Max Temcheshen. Ollie James Wilson. For the degree of Master of Psychology, Hannah Hill. For the degree of Master of Science, Henry Carlock Chan. Jonathan Robert Cross. Rebecca Caitlin Hennessy. Jonathan Lau. Diana Mazanek. Hafsa Patel. Ellen Pugh. Archie Russell. Lokti Consuela Spiru Kirby. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Oceane Bliheri. Rajdeep Bose. Hassan Carmen. Mohammed Dawood. Amy Denton. Jacob Fawcett. Rualang Huang. Thomas Huddleston. William James Thomas Ingram. Lara Isherwood. Jasmine Abbey King. Andrew Liu. Oliver Patrick McCarthy. Andrew Gerard Millington. Owen David Palmer. Bethany Pritchard. Zoe Richardson. Inesh Ruaz Diaz Suraz. Matthew Peter Turner. For the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, Isabel Barnaby Biascus. Jonas Brandt. Wael El Shwahidi. Laura Garcia Tabudele. Vlad Galia. Elena Martin Ramos. Olivia Morton. Maria Magdalena Petrova. Daniel Reed. Maria Isabel Villanueva Moreno. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Adam David James Barlow. Lewis Joseph Gardner. Jorge Manuel Gonzalez Romero. Joseph Johnson. Jack Thomas Lees. Thomas Lutan. Nikhil Manginapudi. Jessica Mason. William Moore. Daniel Shahid. Nathan Welch.
by my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of Lonsdale College the degrees for which they have been presented. Very many congratulations. Well done, all of you.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I here present to you Jürgen Meyer, CBE, for conferral of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Jürgen Meyer is one of the leading figures in UK manufacturing industry of the past 20 years. He is the former Chief Executive Officer of Siemens UK. During his 33-year career with Siemens, he held a number of senior roles in the UK and in Germany. He's also taken a strong leadership role within the UK's industrial and manufacturing community. He is a Fellow of the Institution of Engineering and Technology, a Fellow of the Royal Academy of Engineering, and a Fellow of the Royal Society. He received a CBE in the Queen's 2019 New Year's Honours for services to UK-German relations. Jürgen and I are roughly the same age. And when I was about 4, I used to watch a BBC TV programme called Play School. I clearly remember them showing us a film of the production line in a factory making toys where model double-decker buses were being sprayed with red paint. I was fascinated. I'm now a Professor of Operations Management, researching manufacturing. Lots of other things have brought me to this point, but that film probably sowed a seed. As we will hear, Jürgen wasn't in the UK at that time, but I like to think that, had he been, he might have seen that film and been fascinated in the same way. In any event, he has certainly had manufacturing in his blood for the whole of his working life. Born in 1964 in Germany, with Austrian nationality, Jürgen came to the UK in 1974. He went to school in Leeds. And then, after a bachelor's degree in manufacturing engineering at Nottingham Trent University, Jürgen began his career at Siemens in 1986 as a graduate trainee. Subsequently, he has held senior roles within Siemens in the UK and Germany, including manufacturing director of the award-winning drives factory in Congleton and managing director of industrial sector activities for the UK and Ireland. He joined the Siemens UK Executive Board in 2008 and then became Chief Executive of Siemens UK in 2014, a post he held until December 2019. On his retirement, the industry magazine The Manufacturer described him as a rock star of manufacturing. Outside of Siemens, Jürgen plays a key role in the drive to improve UK productivity. He was a non-executive board member of the then Department for Business, Innovation and Skills. He also helped to lead an initiative called the Productivity Leadership Group, which campaigned to improve productivity in UK businesses, particularly through greater employee engagement. This led to the establishment of the Productivity Through People Management Development Programme for small and medium-sized firms, or SMEs, which was developed here at Lancaster University. More recently, he sat on the Industrial Strategy Council, the body appointed to ensure delivery of the then UK government's 2017 industrial strategy. Jürgen is passionate about the potential of technology, particularly digital technology, to transform productivity. He led a review for the UK government into digitalisation in SMEs. This resulted in the management development programme called Made Smarter, which has supported hundreds of firms and their managers in adopting technology. Since 2018, he has served as a member of the UK government's Digital Economy Council, which helps the government to develop policy on the digital economy. He is now chair of the Digital Catapult, which brings together industry, investors, academia, and other stakeholders to accelerate industry adoption of digital technology. In the year 2020 to 2021, the Catapult worked with 540 businesses and entrepreneurs, and investments of over £350 million were raised by businesses who had engaged with the Catapult. Through his work at Siemens and in other ways, Jürgen has also been a hugely effective supporter of industry and wider society in the north of England. In his time as CEO, Siemens made a number of major investments in the north, including 80 million to build a wind turbine blade factory in Hull and a £200 million investment to build a train facility in Goole. Jürgen served as chairman of the Northwest Business Leadership Team, which promotes the interests of industry in the Northwest. He was also a member of board member at Greater Manchester Local Economic Partnership, or LEP, and is now vice chair of the Northern Powerhouse Partnership. The partnership seeks to rebalance the UK economy toward the north by securing greater investment in and coherent policy towards research and development, transport and other forms of infrastructure, decarbonisation of the economy, as well as the cultural assets of the north. He's also a non-executive director of Manchester's celebrated Halle Orchestra. Lancaster University has benefited from Jürgen's support. He was a great champion of the Productivity Through People programme, and Siemens provided support as we got it off the ground and rolled it out nationally. Jürgen also advocated for the Northwest pilot of the Made Smarter programme on digitalisation, which was part developed here at the Management School. Earlier, I mentioned watching the TV. My viewing and listening habits have changed since I was 4. I no longer watch Play School. But I do tend to wake up quite early and often listen to BBC Radio 5 Live's business programme called Wake Up With Money. Jürgen is a frequent guest contributor on the air at 5 a.m. and has offered his commentary on various issues of the day that affect business, such as Brexit and supply chain disruption. He always offers steadying, sure-footed and wise analysis and insight. I happened to listen to the programme a few weeks ago on Pride Day. Jürgen took the opportunity to talk about LGBT+ and his own experience of coming out, first to his family and then at the workplace. He made a very clear and compelling case, in simple human terms, as well as from a business perspective, for business to do more to be inclusive and to allow employees to be who they are at work. He told us he felt that for a long time he could not bring his whole self to work. To further this aim of improving inclusiveness, he has recently founded Vocal. That's VOCL.UK, for those of you taking notes. An online platform that seeks to get business more involved in addressing the complex challenges that society faces. Vocal advocates for more thoughtful, truthful, inclusive, values-driven and socially responsible leadership. An important part of this is its mentoring scheme, which uses the platform to connect senior business figures to the next generation of business leaders to help them in their development. This emphasis on responsible and inclusive management is something we also embrace here at the university. To conclude, Jürgen's industrial career has been a stellar one, and he might justifiably have been honoured today for that alone. But he has done and continues to do much, much more, contributing in so many ways to the industrial and business community and to wider society in the Northwest, in the UK, and in Europe. It is therefore a privilege, Vice-Chancellor, to present to you, on behalf of the Senate, Jürgen Meyer, CBE, conferral of the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
By my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I confirm upon you, Jürgen Meyer, the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, fellow members of the university, honoured guests. It really is a huge, huge honour to receive this award and to be amongst you all here today. Professor Martin Spring, thank you very much for that far too kind oration. It really is incredibly humbling to be here and to be able to address you all. And Professor Martin Spring and Vice-Chancellor, I promise you that I will continue to engage with your university now as an alumni, to continue all the great work that you do here as a university to support the whole activity of increasing productivity through people, through better culture, through better inclusiveness, and through technology. Dear graduates, dear graduates, you'll be graduates shortly. Congratulations to all of you here, and you should all be incredibly proud of your achievements. And I do hope that you and your families and friends have an absolutely wonderful time here today. In fact, as the Vice-Chancellor pointed out, it should be doubly the celebration because of the tough times that you have studied through. Reflecting back on when I was sat where you're sat today, one of the things that I never did enough of was to thank the people around me, the lecturers, the support staff, my family, my parents around me. So I encourage you, especially because it's been such tough times, to give that double thank you to the people around you. So when you leave here today as proud graduates, give everybody that supported you a huge hug and a special thanks, because you have achieved so much today. I'm incredibly lucky to be here today with my husband, Richard, who sat up there, who has helped me throughout my career. And I can tell you, despite that very lovely speech and oration from Martin Spring, it wasn't always plain sailing. For example, my mental health didn't always keep up with my physical health. And at those times, it is the people around you that you need to support you, and Richard was always my support and rock to get through those times. Thank you, Richard. When I graduated in production engineering from Nottingham Trent University, I honestly didn't have much of an idea of what was ahead of me, and indeed how pivotal this day where you're sat today would be for me, the chances and the opportunities that it opens. And I'm absolutely sure this day and your degree and your achievements here will do the same for you. My career that followed has been just a huge privilege, and it still is, to follow my passion, which is to help Britain to move from a more service-led economy to a science, an innovation, and a technology-led economy, an economy that helps create many more well-paid and really exciting jobs like the ones that you will be going into. When I graduated, the country was at a bit of a crossroads. The move at the time was rather to de-industrialise, less industrial activity. and to rely more on our service industries. And we didn't transition from some of our older industries to the new industries particularly well. Now, that experiment didn't work out all too well. It didn't create enough opportunity for people, particularly in our northern cities and in the more rural areas, like the one, of course, that we're sat in here today. And although it is true that those tough times, those crossroads, they also create opportunities, and I'm pleased to have stayed true to my passion of technology, science and innovation, because we are, a very long time later, I think we are now finally realizing again as a nation what the pivotal role that science, innovation, technology, and of course the people factors around that play to the future of our society. But we are at a bit of a crossroads again right now, 40 years later. This time, I think it's less about the fundamental direction of our nation. We know intuitively that we need to transition to a new low-carbon economy of the future and invest much more in science, technology, research, and particularly in the new green industries of the future, offshore wind, electric cars, hydrogen economy, and many more. And we need to invest more in our services too, and in pharmaceuticals, medicals, the many sciences that you have been studying here during your degree. The good news is that these crossroads, as when I started in my career, as you starting out in your careers now, they give rise to opportunities. And it gives time and opportunity to look forward and to work in some of these now really exciting industries. And it also gives opportunity to help shape those opportunities. You have a chance to shape these new industries of new renewable energy. It could be healthcare of the future. And indeed, we need you to be taking leadership and to be helping shape these industries, because our country's leadership has lost its way just a little bit, especially on climate change, our underinvestment in our health services, in health innovation, and dare I say it, also in some of our core principles of good ethics and responsibility. Now, we all know what more needs to be done, and what we need to do right now is we need much more determination, a stronger vision, and we need to think more long-term about things like climate change. And that is exactly where you come in. You are our future leaders, and I can tell you, I feel incredibly positive about that, because I know you care. You massively care about climate change. I suspect that most of you care about good and excellent relationships with our European neighbours. You definitely care about better health services, about physical and good mental health. And I think you also believe in good ethics and being good, responsible citizens in your private life and in the business lives into which you will venture. And I encourage you all to go out and achieve, and also to always live by your principles and by your very good values. Be part of the leadership of a new Britain that will flourish responsibly. And if you do that, you will flourish with it. I guarantee it. I wish you all fantastic careers, a really, really great life ahead, much success in everything that you do. Many congratulations to you all again, and have a wonderful day, and don't forget the hugs. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of Lonsdale College who are worthy to receive first degrees of the university. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Mihir Saeed Abdallah. Hugo Aguirre de Casa Vidal. Supan Ahmed. Thank you. Jonathan Allison. Max Peter Andrews. Gabriela Angelova. Charlotte Armour. Lucinda Margaret Arnold. Rohan Aurora. Charles Bailey. Tansy Bailey. Alex Banks. Anirudh Bansal. Daniel Bater. Sally Ruth Beck. Leon Bedekovich Arnold. Megan Bibb. Anash Rajesh Bindal. Nurul Ayman Mohumma Sharizad. Caleb Boateng Bakir. Philip Graham Bond. Olivia Jane Bruhenny. Alexander Peter Bruff. Kate Brown. Henry James Brown. Steve Bukombe. Adam Joseph Burgess. Elizabeth Burgess. Gumenio Chai. Emilian Chelensky. Jiandong Chen. Ji Chen. Jin Chen. Wen Shijeng. Kelin Ching. Thomas Edward Colburn. Ella Rose Cook. Georgia Cook. Rebecca Cooper. Francis Copeman. Alice Copson. Raresh Krashunescu. Thomas Crick. Ross Cunningham. Joseph Paul Curtis. For the posthumous award of Bachelor of Science, Megan Davidson. James Matthew Davies. Sean James Davies. Sarah Delich. Jack Dewhurst. Vlad Mihab Diankonu. Ethan Diaz. Radu Andrea Dinulescu. Yasmin Hannah Dixon. Wenjiao Du. Max Christopher Durant. Matthew Edwards. Laura Ellis. Sophie Harriet Scarlett Ems. Anissa Farouk. Benjamin Stephen Faramond. Tomasz Fernandes. Isaac Fashina. Abigail Taylor Finch. Benjamin Aaron Forgash. Jake Kamunyu Fowler. Sarah Jane Nippian Fowler. Zhang Fu. Sophie Gallagher. Lenka Gallagher Serrano. Aishan Gandhi. Eleanor Hinton Gaskell. Mohammed Golami. Patrick Gilbertson. Harry Goldsmith. Robert Mason Golightly. Ruanan Gong. Shi Ying Victoria Gong. Ziyu Gong. Jodie Hannah Gordon. Cameron Grant. Eloise Edith Cecilia Hanson. Carolyn Marie Harnish. Francis William Harrison. India Hope Harrison. Jasmine Savannah Hawkridge. Thomas James Heath. Anna Rachel Higgins. Rukia Hamid. Ben Holden. Charlotte Hoyles. Ting Wei Hsu. Wing Ho Hu. Luke Julian Hyman. Sophia Ingram Weston. Helena May Jacqueline. Partha Manoj Joshi. Vanessa Almeida Julio. Warman Ko. Ashwin Kumar. Ricky Kunani. Pak Hei Kung. Mikołaj Wagowski. Yan Ming Lau. Alexander James Lee. Feriel Lejmi. Joseph Tsien Tieng Lenji. Danica Jade Lewis. Rujin Lee. Yanzi Lee. Mengju Liang. Fushuan Li. Ruo Chen Yu. Jian Yu. Ziyu Liu. Matthew Luke Leafsey. David Lloyd Nuushu. Naziyu Lokat. Alvaro Lopez. Sasha Loof. Carmen Anya Manifold. Zoe Mapp. Mohammed HMS Marafi. Kerry Ann Marsden. Aniela Guilen Martinez. Poppy Elizabeth Maunder. Ignacio Mayer Cruz. Mark McLean. Samuel David McMahon. Eve Hannah McSpadden. Samuel Miles. Nikita Misiuk. Thomas James Mosdale. William Myers. Rahul Jadib Nanwani. Harvey Meek. Virag Namet. Huang Ling Yang Nguyen T. Frederick Nicol. Kendria Warinne. Khalid Oluwe Makori. I'm so sorry now. Uluwade Melode Isaac Oyeyemi. Yana Pencheva. Suzanne Beatriz Pereira Lima. Benjamin Hayden Perryman. Deep Pillay. Angie Idita Ponce Sanchez. Yanis Poulopoulos. Isabel May Purnell. Aryan Rev. Abigail Rini. Rosa Resme. Eleanor Rickson. Daniel Thomas Robbins. Royantha Romans. Sam David Royal. Andre Sachalian. Michelle Selesnova. Aisha Shahid. Phoebe Sharp. James Shaw. Mohammed Cheyenne. Hao Shi. Elise Shields. Gursimran Singh Shinru. Hannah Molly Slater. Robert Alexander Stockdale. Maria Staikidi. Kieran Stitt. Gwen Rebecca Smith. Amber Summers. Hunyan Bernice Tao. Samuel David Taylor. Hong Ju Ti. Claybert Tembu. James Thomas. Monica Vachiteva. Daniel Vashatine. Adrian Vittart. Lucy Rebecca Walker. Cheng Cheng Wang. Guang Zhao Wang. Hong Ji Wang. Jingyi Wang. Anna Ray Watts. David William Wedge. Jack Matthew Wilder. Callum David Wilcox. Gabriel Williams. Nicholas Williams. Onyechi Wogu. George Canbay Woolhouse. Cheng Jun Yang. Han Kin Wang. Zixian Yap. Usman Yassin. Jay Long Yong. Yu Yu. Yu Ying Zheng. Tian Leng Dejan. Oh, sorry. I'll say it again. Tian Liang Zhang. Wen Tong Shung. Yu Tong Zhu. Sam Gardner.
By my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of Lonsdale College the degrees for which they have been presented. Very, very well done. Congratulations, all of you. That brings us almost to the end of today's celebration. We've had some carefully choreographed walks across the stage, just 2 selfies. We've had an inspiring speech, both personal and inspirational, from Jürgen. Thank you for that. But the thing that gives me the most excitement is the optimism that this graduation ceremony gives me in seeing you all graduate with your futures before you. It gives me great confidence in what you're going to do, that the world is in good hands. And so, with that, I now declare closed this congregation of the University of Lancaster. Long may the university prosper.